we doing, everyone?
Woo!
I'm sorry, unfortunately, Ariel Holmes could not make it tonight. I am filling in for him on last notice. My name is Paul Harvey. I wrote down a few jokes. I want to tell you guys some jokes. Excuse me while I put this down so I can tell you some jokes, because I wrote down some jokes. Bananas. 2% milk. Tampax. Cinnamon Trident. Peanut butter M&M. Doritos. Nacho cheese. Oh, this is my grocery list. Sorry. People are always getting in trouble for sexting over their telephones. Find it to be rude. But then again, I'm from a different generation. I'm into sexting the old-fashioned way. I take pictures of my penis with my Polaroid camera. I send them out in the mail. I just wait quietly for the restraining order to arrive in the mail. I'm a history buff. If those of you who don't know me know I'm a history buff. I enjoy history. I'm a big fan of World War II, or the Second Great War, as my generation calls it. Not a big fan of that Adolf Hitler character. He's rude and dismissive of other generations and other cultures. I feel especially bad for his wife, Eva Braun. She always is going on the shortest mustache rides. As many of you know, I enjoy listening to the radio. I like listening to it on my car. I listen to the news. I like listening to the news. And the weatherman. I listen to my local weatherman on the news in my car, and I was driving and I was losing reception in my car, and the weatherman is saying something along the lines of please buckle up, look out, there's black guys in the road, crash your car. And I know he's talking about black eyes, you see. But what about the kids? What about the kids, folks? I don't want my grandchildren to be afraid of black eyes from the weathermen. I would want them to be afraid of black eyes like I am. From years and years of persecution. Speaking of black, people are all up in arms about racism. I find it inappropriate and unnecessary personally myself at all times, but you see, people say white power as if it's some sort of hateful statement, you see. In actuality, white is actually absorbing all colors of the UV spectrum, and it reflects them back at you, so you actually see all colors at once, you see. And black, on the other hand, is the absence of all color, as it absorbs all colors, you see. So I'm saying white power It's not racist. It's that I see all colors. To me, everyone is white. Sometimes when large groups of people get together, they like to drink alcoholic beverages. Yes. Woo! Sometimes when they're in even smaller groups, they do unnecessary things. For example, young ladies will often get intoxicated together and they start doing gay things. With making out and whatnot, and pillow fights and various, touching of breasts. Hold on, you see, and it's all fine, it's fun and fine and dandy when it's ladies, you see, and they make it fun and playful and enjoyable, but then guys, they get together and they start drinking and they get really gay with each other in a wrong and weird way and drawing pictures, inappropriate pictures of flaccid penises on each other's faces, and giving each other Roman helmets. It's when they teabag their friends, penis hangs like a Roman helmet. And I took it to the next level, usually, folks. The other day I was hanging out with some friends. We had a few drinks. You understand? I passed out. I wake up in a drunken stupor of sorts. I'm trying to explain to my dear friend Steve. I'm like, Steve, you should have seen yourself last night, my friend. Wasted as can be. And I'm blowing you, performing fellatio on you indeed, and you're moaning, and you didn't even try, not once, you didn't attempt to stop me. You just kept moaning away and blew a massive load in my cheeks. And you were such a faggot. People often use expressions in the world and they relate them to other industries of sorts. For example, sexually, people make sexual expressions of sorts in relation to the cars, vehicles, if you will, saying things like, I beat the brakes off her pussy. I don't know what that means. I don't follow it, I don't understand it, I don't appreciate it. It's weird, you see, when I'm up here acting like this, people say he's spry for an old man. But when my grandson does it, they call him manic. Special boy, my grandson. He's a good boy. Every day my grandson calls me and he says, Grandfather, I just want to thank you so much for the generous gift you provided me on my birthday. I used the money to buy a Wii. And I told him, Grandson, you had the Wii all along. It's pronounced a wee-wee of sorts. It's in your badge. I'm recently engaged. Yes. Yeah. I am engaged to be married. My girlfriend is incredibly intelligent, much smarter than I. She called me the other day and said, please come home instantly. We are going to play doctor this evening. Yes, of course. I show up, of course. I took a couple Viagra, just throbbing, ready to penetrate. I then remembered that she's actually going for her PhD. Of course, I remembered as she was asking me to do a 10-page dissertation. He said, that's the wrong kind of doctor and you deceive me. Appreciate my feelings to be burgled of sorts. Burgling my feelings, my emotions. Playing with me of sorts. Yeah. I recently noticed that everyone has a Twitter account. Who's on Twitter in here? Follow me at Paul Harvey, at Paul Harvey. I follow the Twitter account for the stoplight at Manal and 2nd Street. It's often sending me messages of sorts, stuff like, somebody ran me. Hashtag women drivers. Hashtag case of the Mondays. Hashtag someone kill me. Yeah. Retweet instantly. Of course, I am much older now as I was at once, and I face my mortality on a daily basis. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about death, and I don't know when I'll die, where I'll die. All I know is I want to die the same way I was born. You understand? Oh, right on. Covered in blood, shit, and piss, with a vagina around my neck. Thank you very much. My name is Paul Harvey. You've been an amazing and wondrous crowd. Keep the many applauses. Keep them going for me enough all times at once. Thank you very much. Now you know the rest.